Yesterday was the 18th anniversary of the Icon versus Icon match, the match that will go down in that has gone down in WrestleMania history. The match between myself and the immortal Hulk Hogan. We get to the Sky Dome. It is sold out. We have a record-breaking crowd of 68,000 plus fans. The Sky Dome in Toronto, Canada, and it's that old Phil Collins song. I could feel it in the air tonight. You could just feel it in the air that it was going to be something special. We had went into that match both baby faces, good guys, and even though he was acting as the heel, you could start to feel the crowd wanting to cheer him. All collectively, including Hogan, just felt like, well, let's just feel it out there and see where the crowd goes, and then we'll adjust. And I was like, great. And I was so excited to get into the ring with Hogan, of course, because he was one of my heroes growing up. And I was there when he beat Iron Sheik in Madison Square Garden in 1984, I think. So, Hogan was a hero of mine. So what an honor it was to share the ring with him, WrestleMania, and this match that will decide who is going to go down as the greatest of all time. Take a bump. And what that means in wrestling terms, certainly much different than in party terms. He said, take a bump. And I said, you got it. And he threw me. And when he throws me, now in this moment, keep in mind, I am the company's biggest babyface, and arguably, so you have the two biggest baby faces of all time who are in the ring together. So the crowd was cheering us both. And the moment he threw me, in that moment, I decided I could have taken the bump, landed on my back, and sold it like a baby face, which means I would have gotten up, determined, and like, damn it, all right, you got the best of me on that one, but here we go. Let's rock up again. Of course, 9 times out of 10, I would have sold it like that because I was a babyface. But in that moment, something told me, my gut spoke to me and said, I'm going to sell this thing like a heel. I'm going to go back to my old heel days, which made The Rock famous. So he gives me a bump, boom, I land on my back. I do this backflip over, and I got up, and I had this look on my face like, you just embarrassed the shit out of me in front of the world, in front of 68,000 people. And I had this look, my eyes got all big and wide, and I was like, oh, you son of a bitch, you're gonna pay now. And I sold it like a heel. Looked at the crowd like, he embarrassed me, don't you cheer that shit. Now, in that moment, I got goosebumps now thinking about it. Because what that decision did, it gave 68,000 people the runway and the platform to not be conflicted in that moment. They went, oh, and you could hear 68,000 people go, ah. Because what it did, it immediately identified, great, Rock is the bad guy, Hulk Hogan is the good guy. It's okay that I cheer for Hulk Hogan because of how Rock just reacted. Now, even if they couldn't articulate that, it's a feel thing. It's a mana thing in here. And the rest of the match, I worked as a heel, and I got heat on Hulk Hogan, and he worked as a baby face. And by the time the match ended, when I gave him that rock bottom, and I nipped up, and I heard him say, this is it, go home. I was so emotionally spent. Hogan was so emotionally spent. And we went on, that match would go on to be one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. And I was so grateful that I had a ring general and a hero in the ring that gave me the space to be a heel and automatically just knew psychologically how to then turn the crowd and work as a great baby face. And, those are things that, if you're lucky enough to have that skill set and to kind of sharpen it, and I had the best in there, you could go on and have that kind of match. So when we got to the back, I gave him the hardest, biggest hug I could. And I thanked him for passing the torch to me, and he said, you deserve it, brother. Carry it well, or he said something like that. And he's like I did when Andre passed me the torch. And everybody came up in the back and gave us all hugs and said that was incredible. So it was an incredible night. It was an incredible match, and it was a real lesson in psychology, ring psychology for me, and a real lesson also in the importance of, and this is where this lesson transcended for me the world of wrestling, because I take this with me everywhere I go in business, regardless of what it is, in film, in tequila, in whatever it is that I do, is that the value in relationships of listening to your gut and listening to your instinct. And in that moment, I had to listen to my gut. And I thought, I'm going to work as a heel now and give the people, 68,000 people, give them the opportunity to not be conflicted. Cheer him, you can boo me, because the only thing that matters is we have a great match. And the next morning I woke up and I turned on the news, as I always do, on CNN, just to get an idea of what's going on around the world. That's how I start my mornings. And I remember on the ticker tape of CNN, it said something to the effect of, The Rock dethrones the King, Hulk Hogan, in epic and entertaining match at WrestleMania 18. It was something to that effect. And I was like, holy shit, that is the ticker tape. That's pretty cool. It was really cool, because I had not, been in a match that actually transcended, the world of wrestling. So trust your gut, trust your instinct. Hogan, I'm sure you will watch this at some point. I thank you, my friend, for being the greatest, and you are, without a shadow of a doubt, the greatest pro wrestler of all time. And I have two. One is Nature Boy Ric Flair, the other one is Hulk Hogan. And those guys sit on my Mount Rushmore. I'm on the back of Mount Rushmore. I'm not even on the front. To me, in my opinion, I'm on the back, raising my eyebrow. But Hogan, you're the GOAT, and I thank you. And everybody around the world, thank you for your time. And stay healthy and take care of one another. And chat soon.